Hey everyone, it's Justine the Twilight Stamper and welcome to another card tutorial. Before we get started, I just wanted to say if you're easily offended by crude humor or by swear words, please stop watching this video and don't say I didn't warn you. Today I'm creating a card to celebrate my love for Orange is the New Black. You can create this card for yourself for either a best bud for their birthday or something like that, or if you want to use it as a party invitation to celebrate the release, that's cool too. Let's get started. We're going to start by taking a white piece of paper. Now I changed up my card a little bit, so you want this white piece of paper to actually measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you're not going to fold it like I did right now. I ended up replacing this white background with a black background to make it pop some more. So just 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then you're going to make the same thing with this orange piece of cardstock. You can use construction paper, whatever. I'm using Simon Says Stamp's orange peel cardstock. And what I did here was I put it in the middle, which ended up being at 2 3/4 inches, and I cut it down about 2 inches. And the reason why I'm doing that is I'm going to fold this over to make sort of the collar for the jumpsuit. When you're finished cutting that little piece there, you're just going to take this piece that you cut down all the way to the part where you slit it, and then you're just going to reinforce it with the back of your scissors or with your finger or whatever you want. And these are going to make the collar of the jumpsuit. Don't worry if these don't turn out super perfect. You just try to make them as even as possible because I'm sure that the girls in jail don't have perfect collars anyway. So that's going to be a really easy jumpsuit cover. And all you're going to do is attach that to that white piece of paper that you just cut. Now remember, the white piece is actually smaller and isn't folded like mine I did in the beginning. Just remember that because we're going to put that on some black cardstock. So I threw some liquid glue. I'm using Tombow Mono adhesive. Feel free to use a glue stick. Feel free to use any sort of liquid glue that you'd like. And you're going to glue that onto a white sheet of paper. When that is all finished, it comes time to stamp this here. Now you just need to kind of measure and see how it works. I measured this at, I believe it was 1 1/2 by 3 inches, I want to say, and I stamped that in black ink. And this is a stamp from So Susie Stamps. I have all the links below in the description to my blog where you can find a whole list of where to get these supplies. I glued those down and I cut each of these papers, an orange and a black one, 1/4 inch bigger. So this ended up being 3 3/4 by 1 3/4, I believe, and then 2 by 3 1/2, I think is what exactly it measures at. But anyway, just when you stamp it, then you can cut it out and you measure 1/4 inch bigger each time to get that frame around it. So you have black, orange, and white. Just really makes that pop. You don't need to do this step. You can just simply stamp directly on the orange jumpsuit. You can stamp on a piece of white paper and glue it down. Whatever you feel like it and whatever you have at home for your supplies will work just fine. So you're going to put some glue on that again, and then you're going to attach this on the bottom and make sure that there is enough room. There we are. You're just going to push down for just a minute until that sets. Now the last thing you need to do is just put this on a piece of black card, and this measures 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And I scored that in the middle and folded it over at 4 1/4 inches so that it meets at both corners and that I can easily glue this onto the front of the card that we just made. So the black is going to be the card in the inside. So if you want to write in the inside, if you're making invitations or whatever, you can throw the invitation in the inside on computer paper, print them out and throw them on. And if you don't want to, then a white gel pen will work as well. And I just set that in the middle so that there was a black panel on each side to make that sentiment stick out and make the overall card stick out. So I hope you enjoyed this card tutorial today. Remember, I forewarned you if you get offended easily, but I'm hoping everyone can take a joke and not everybody hits the unsubscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out the description below for more details on where to get these stamps and supplies. Thanks so much for watching.